5 Lessons from When the Body Says No, The Cost of Hidden Stress by Gabor Maté. Hello, and welcome to DeftU Insights. Today, we're exploring a profound truth often overlooked in our fast-paced world, the inseparable connection between our minds and our bodies. Our modern lives often push us towards quick fixes and external solutions, yet true, lasting health and personal transformation begin within. We're diving into powerful lessons from a remarkable book that argues our bodies are constantly speaking to us, revealing the hidden costs of stress, unexpressed emotions, and unresolved past experiences. These aren't just abstract ideas, they are practical insights that can fundamentally change how you understand your health, your emotions, and your capacity for genuine healing. Get ready to discover how acknowledging your deepest truths can lead to a more integrated, healthier you. Lesson 1. Decode your body's silent signals. One of the most profound insights we can gain is recognizing that our physical body isn't just a vessel, it's a profound communicator. Many of us have been taught to view our minds and bodies as separate entities, but science is increasingly confirming what ancient wisdom always knew. They are one integrated system. Your emotions are not just abstract feelings. They are powerful physiological discharges that influence your organs, your immune system, and your hormonal balance. When we consistently suppress our feelings or ignore chronic stress, our body often manifests what our mind can't articulate. Think of your body as a highly sensitive alarm system. A persistent stomachache before a difficult conversation, chronic fatigue even after adequate sleep, or recurring tension in your shoulders could be more than just physical discomfort. These might be your body's way of whispering or even shouting about unaddressed emotional burdens or situations that are out of alignment with your well-being. For example, if you consistently find yourself with a tight jaw or clenching your teeth when you feel unheard, it's a physical signal indicating a need to voice your thoughts. The lesson here is to cultivate a deeper awareness, treating your physical symptoms not just as problems to be fixed, but as meaningful messages to be understood. Start asking yourself, what might my body be trying to tell me right now? By doing so, you begin to bridge the gap between your inner emotional world and your outward physical experience, empowering you to respond consciously to your own needs. Healthy emotions, especially of so-called negative emotions like anger, sadness, or fear, carries a significant biological cost. When we consistently bottle up our true feelings, whether out of a desire to please others, avoid conflict, or simply because we haven't learned how to express them, we create immense internal strain. This chronic suppression doesn't make the emotions disappear. It simply redirects their powerful energy inward, disorganizing our physiological defenses and contributing to a state of perpetual stress. This isn't about blaming individuals for their suffering, but about understanding a profound link between our emotional landscape and our physical resilience. Consider someone who has always been praised for their nice and accommodating nature. Perhaps they grew up in an environment where expressing displeasure or anger was met with withdrawal or punishment. As an adult, they might unconsciously avoid any situation that could lead to confrontation, even if it means sacrificing their own needs or tolerating disrespectful behavior. Over time, this ingrained habit of self-neglect can manifest as chronic conditions. The crucial takeaway is that healthy emotional expression is not about explosive outbursts, but about recognizing your feelings and finding constructive ways to assert your needs and boundaries. It's about learning that anger, for instance, can be an empowering internal signal about a boundary that's been crossed, rather than a destructive force. By daring to acknowledge and articulate your authentic emotional expression, you release internal pressure and bolster your body's natural capacity for balance and self-protection. Lesson 3. Cultivate inner boundaries, defend your peace. A core principle for robust well-being is the ability to maintain a clear sense of self while remaining connected to others. This involves cultivating strong inner boundaries. Many of us, influenced by early life experiences or societal pressures, develop a poorly differentiated sense of self. This means our identity and worth become heavily intertwined with the expectations and reactions of those around us, making it difficult to discern our own desires from others' demands. When we consistently prioritize others' needs over our own or feel perpetually responsible for their comfort, we absorb their anxieties and deplete our own vital energy, leading to chronic physiological stress. Imagine a highly empathetic person who instinctively takes on the emotional burdens of their friends and family, always offering help even when their own plate is overflowing. They might feel guilty saying no to a request, believing their worth is tied to their usefulness. This pattern of blurred boundaries creates a state of internal tension as their genuine needs go unaddressed. Just as an immune system needs to differentiate self from non-self to protect the body, we need to differentiate our own emotional space from that of others. A practical strategy is to pause before automatically agreeing to something and ask yourself, is this genuinely aligned with my capacity and needs right now, or am I responding out of obligation or a desire for approval? Establishing inner boundaries isn't selfish. It's a crucial act of self-preservation that allows you to show up more authentically and sustainably for yourself and others. How Lesson 4. Rewrite your past, reshape your health. Our understanding of ourselves and the world around us is deeply programmed by our early life experiences, often at an unconscious level. These biology of belief patterns, formed during our formative years, can dictate our stress responses and behaviors throughout life, sometimes overriding our conscious intentions. A perceived lack of unconditional affection, intense pressures towards perfection, or the need to be constantly strong can lead to deeply ingrained convictions that we are not enough, that expressing vulnerability is unsafe, or that our worth depends on constant self-sacrifice. These aren't just psychological habits, they are embedded at a cellular level, profoundly influencing our physiological state. Think of someone who, despite achieving great success, constantly feels compelled to work harder, unable to rest or feel satisfied. They might carry an unconscious belief, perhaps from a childhood where love felt conditional, that their existence needs constant justification through achievement. This creates a relentless internal drive, generating chronic stress even in moments of peace. The powerful lesson here is that while we cannot change our past, we can absolutely change our relationship with it. This involves courageous introspection, identifying the limiting beliefs or survival strategies that no longer serve us. It's about questioning the stories we tell ourselves about who we are and why we behave the way we do. By consciously recognizing and challenging these deeply held, often unconscious programs, you can begin to rewire your responses, fostering an internal environment conducive to healing and genuine self-acceptance. Lesson 5. Embrace every emotion for true healing. In a world that often champions relentless optimism, we can fall into the trap of compulsive positive thinking, using it as a shield to avoid uncomfortable realities or mask deep-seated anxieties. However, true healing and wholeness don't come from denying difficult emotions, but from courageously embracing our entire emotional spectrum. The power of negative thinking isn't about pessimism. It's about the honest self-appraisal that asks, what isn't working? What's out of balance? What truth have I been avoiding? When we sidestep these challenging questions, we perpetuate internal stress because our system remains out of sync with reality. Consider the feeling of resentment. It's a heavy, lingering emotion that often signals that you've said yes when you wanted to say no, or that you've prioritized someone else's comfort over your own deepest needs. Resentment, in essence, is soul suicide, a slow erosion of your authentic self. The alternative, often feared, is guilt. But wisely chosen, guilt can be a far more productive emotion. If you choose to set a boundary or assert your needs, you might temporarily feel guilty about disappointing someone. However, this feeling often passes, leaving you with integrity and renewed energy. Imagine choosing to decline an invitation when you're genuinely exhausted, feeling a pang of guilt but ultimately respecting your need for rest. This is far healthier than saying yes out of obligation and then resenting the lost energy. By leaning into our full range of emotions, understanding their messages, and making conscious choices, we move towards an integrated existence where our feelings become allies, guiding us towards genuine well-being. Conclusion. The journey to profound health is not merely about treating symptoms, it's about reconnecting with the innate wisdom of your body and mind as a single powerful unit. From decoding your body's silent signals, to bravely expressing your authentic feelings, cultivating strong boundaries, rewriting old stories, and embracing every facet of your emotional truth, each lesson offers a profound pathway to wholeness. This journey requires courage, self-compassion, and a willingness to look inward. But the rewards are immeasurable. Not just relief from physical ailments, but a deeper, more integrated sense of self. Begin today by simply observing one of your own patterns, asking yourself what emotional truth might lie beneath the surface. If one of these lessons resonated with you, like this video to keep these insights coming.